What is going on, everybody? I hope each and every one of you is having a good day at building race cars out there. My name is Greg Peters. You are tuned into the Car Passion channel, and today I'm going to be showing you how to assemble your own AN lines. Now, there are a couple good reasons why you might want to build your own lines. You might be doing a custom turbo setup like mine, where the turbocharger is put in a unique location and you have to do custom lengths to get clean routing. Or you might not be boosted at all and you're doing an engine bay tuck and you're going to redo your fuel lines in AN to give it that trick look. But whatever your reason is, you're watching the right video to learn how to do it. For those of you keeping tabs on my build, I will have a separate video detailing how I'm routing all the water and oil lines on the Miata engine specifically. Really, all there is to assembling these is cutting the hose and installing the fittings. Once you have the line measured and you know where you're going to cut, wrap it with some electrical tape a couple times around, and this is going to prevent the braiding from fraying when you cut the line. So I'm going to make my cut right here, and you can see I used a little metallic Sharpie to mark. I love the metallic Sharpies for marking stuff off. It works really well, but yeah, I marked it, taped it off. Now we got to cut. For the cutting, you can use a hacksaw or a cutoff wheel. I have a Dremel and it's my favorite tool to use. You go nice and slow so you get a clean cut. The most important part here is to cut very straight. If you cut at an angle, you risk the fitting leaking because the hose might not get fully seated. Line is going to be going into an AN6 90-degree fitting. First thing you do is remove the end of the fitting. This is the part that goes on the hose, and if you look really closely inside of it, it's got some big coarse threads, and those are opposite thread. And what those help with is getting the fitting fully seated on the end of the hose. So you spin it counterclockwise while pushing it, and the result you want is to see that rubber part of the hose bottomed out all the way inside the fitting. It's a good idea to put a piece of electrical tape on the hose right at the base of this fitting, and what that will allow you to do is make sure the hose doesn't get pushed out as you thread it into the other part here. One thing you can do is give it a little lubrication before you get started, and as I thread it in, I'm holding the hose into this fitting, and you'll be able to get it to go a pretty good amount by hand. And then from here you can use 2 crescent wrenches to tighten these all the way down. There's the finished product. You can see these are butted up against each other. Just check the electrical tape to make sure it hasn't moved up at all. If the hose slides out of the fitting while you're tightening it down, it's likely to leak, so you should take it apart and try again. Once your lines are assembled, they're pretty much ready for install on the engine, but there's one more step you might need to take. If you're replacing traditional oil and water lines on your engine with an AN setup, you're gonna need to buy some of these fittings that convert traditional threaded ports into AN hardware. These come in a variety of sizes and are rated with a number system. The one on the left is AN4 and the one on the right is AN10. So you'll have to do some research and find out what your engine needs to replace certain lines. And that's all for today's video. I hope you learned something. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to slap a like on it. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.
Back from the dead.